turn-based game anyway. Time doesn't move forward unless you're talking. I guess that's fair. How's the audio quality? I feel like it's kind of loud. So I'm gonna turn it down just a smidge. There. That seems less like it's going to implode my eardrums. Cool. We can always mess with it later if we need to. Alright. Here is Disco Elysium, a video game. My internet is my new internet provider, and everything is better. And if you've had to hear me say this like 4 times now, please understand that the amount of better feelings I feel now that I'm not spending every single stream staring at the amount of frames that are dropping is like an insane relief. It's like when you have a sinus headache and the sinus pressure goes away, that's kind of how it feels to me. So we're gonna continue this game from where we last were, which was the beginning of day 2. Guess this game is fine. It's fine. Okay. What can we do? It's tab button, highlight stuff. I can't really do anything in this mirror right now. Let me talk to my couch. Okay. We're not going to bed. I want to look at this again, even though, like, not much of anything means anything with this, but because I don't think I can do anything. Yeah, all of this is locked now. Okay. I guess we just leave, right? Like, how come I can't pick up this bottle? That's what I want to know. Alright. I'm not gonna go here. I guess we'll go... Can I try and talk to this lady again today? I know she was, like, really, like, done with my... anything I've said. Oh. Yeah. Also, no, not those things. Okay. Let us go downstairs immediately. Low on morale. That's how I feel all the time. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, it's not on me. I was like, what the heck is happening? Wait, what's this? Is he in the room? Oh, he's right here. Okay.
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod. I've got some good news, the lieutenant smiles. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep. I don't know if I was ready to let him go. Well, he's in processing now. We have other matters to attend to. He kind of wishes you'd acknowledge his contribution, but you've missed your opportunity now. He points to the mess hall doors. The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them. Oh, this was something I couldn't do the first day. Right. Are these the men guards told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. Alright, to find out who's in... Oh, so now we found out who's in the Union box. Okay. He crosses something else out. One loose thread, less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Okay, why do we need to talk to them? This is clearly the Union's peacekeeping force Everard told us about. The one who, he said, hanged our victim. We can't be sure, of course. Everett may have lied to us. He definitely has an agenda of his own. Either way, we need to interview them, and it won't be easy. Okay, what do you mean, rowdy? I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union, these men here. Men who drink beer for breakfast. I have no doubt these are the hardy boys Everard told us about, the ones who keep the peace around here. Everything's a euphemism that has to have, like, quotes around it. Alright. There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements? That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the De Bordeaux's Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war, so let's keep a cool head, okay? Cool. He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably. Alright. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business. Good, a power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder? I gotta move my thing real quick. I gotta move 2 things and then I'll be ready. Sorry, I realized I should pop the chat out so that it's easier for me to read it and it's not on the other monitor where it is. So I have to do that real quick. There, now I can easily read the chat. Nice. Okay. All right, so let's just talk to some other people real quick since they're
Just a
here.
moment, officer. And there's no public phones nearby?
I'll turn the volume back up a little tiny bit. Okay. She's agitated and keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
He appears to be genuinely apologetic.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. Now then.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. I'm a sorry cop, so I might as well say sorry, right? Tell me how I might make it up to you.
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, may I ask what you needed to use the phone for, madame?
He said madame, but the thing says ma'am.
To let the young woman who is house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. Oh, forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Lena. My husband and I are staying with a friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Okay, Okay, I love when games do this. It's definitely implying here that this is a side quest, but okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. I don't know what somnolent means. It must have to do something with dreaming, but I don't know what that word means. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay, causing or suggestive of drowsiness. See, I had the feeling of what the word meant, but I wasn't sure. I noticed, I not noticed this about me, but actually, so we've talked about how cryptozoology is the study of like not real creatures. So let's talk to her about this. Your husband is some kind of scientist? Oh, yes, she says with a pinch of pride. A zoologist, a cryptozoologist to be more precise. What is cryptozoology? It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends. The lieutenant sounds unimpressed. That's one opinion, yes, and people are entitled to their opinions. It's not an opinion, but whatever. She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her. My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby. I don't think they called it a hobby. It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be even extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species, called cryptids, is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research. She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own. Okay, so this is high. So I'm going to do it because it's a white check and it's high. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids? Cool. Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your request. Could you tell me about just one interesting cryptid? I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction. The lieutenant throws one of his looks, which is, I'm assuming, raising his eyebrow again. One cryptid, like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. Tonight's category is cryptic extravaganza. We have things to do. Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that. And I don't. Just one. All right. Or he'll be disappointed in you. Which cryptid would be the most fun to look at? I feel like the tiniest cryptid would actually be the one that I would be most interested in. Cryobacter catlinensis. I don't know what that is at all. She answers immediately. Okay, Cryobacter catlinensis. Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Katla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanu some 70 years ago. What's so special about it? The bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate, certainly from before recorded history. Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. Why would you just inject yourself with like random bacteria? Okay, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. Uh, wait, she injected herself with it? Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea. It's actually a little hard to see. He looks at her skeptically, but do go on. All right. This is a very sad sentence, and I don't like the idea of the sad sentence. All right. I'm gonna say, you mean there's an immortal geologist wandering the world? Yes, and she's quite mad too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, which I think is like, I don't know what irascible means, but I feel like it's got to be like, not reasonable or like rude too. So even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catalinesis coursing through her bloodstream. All right, before we continue on, I want to talk about, okay, having or showing a tendency to be easily angered. Okay, cool. I want to talk about something real quick while we're playing this game. It's very important to, if you don't know a word, to ask what it means. That's what I know you all notice I'm doing this over and over again, but this game is using a lot of words that even I don't know. So, okay, I'm not going to ask about another one because I don't want to disappoint our friend here, Kim. This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else. All right, let's see. I guess that we don't really need more. Maybe let's tell me more about Morel. Looks, character, your relationship. Okay, I'm not sure where to begin. What does your husband look like? Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious like a small boy's, and his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle. All right, it's always the challenge to describe the person you know best in the world. If I was trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for? Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a large frame, and has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even. The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description. One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case. Okay, let's see. How long have you been married? We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Her smile is soft. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. All right, how did they meet? Via, whatever way you want to pronounce that word, a dating agency. I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced. We hit it off, and well, here we are. She smiles wistfully. She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later. Okay, I think I have all the information I need then. All right, so I would like to hear about more cryptids, but I do not want to upset Kim somehow. All right, that's all for now. All right, did we get actually a quest from her? I don't think we actually got a quest from her for that, even though, like, I wish I could mark this quest as, like, will not ever do. Because then I would just, like, make it go away and say I'll never ever do it. Okay, so we need to, what did we just do? We just did this, the one that was, like, see the guys in the thing or whatever it was in the booth. Alright. Let's see. We gotta talk to this guy again, because we have to pay him again every day. There should be a way to get the find her husband quest. Maybe I have to talk to her more. Alright. Let's pay the bill now, just to get it over with. Okay. Alright. I do not need a drink. I am not going to have a drink. Let's try and get her to... Okay, what was this expedition? Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast, across the waterlock, to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them? Well, the waterlock is broken, right? The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it? Wow, I'm psychic. The waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there. Oh my, what happened to the waterlock? Definitely not going to say that a cryptid destroyed it. I think it was the billboard, right? Wouldn't you know, it's blocked by a big butter billboard. Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, ma'am. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare incident. And if you see him, let him know Lena's waiting. Lena, sorry, she said Lena, is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there. All right, we're going to accept this task. All right, cool. So now we can stop talking to you. I don't want to worry about this rare insect right now. Should we just walk by these bros? I feel like maybe we should, but I just want to see if there's anything over here. I don't think there is. All right, but the question about, oh, hold on. Maybe we want to use a skill point here. I have one. What are we enjoying in here? I feel like, I don't know why there's a crown on this one. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be or if that's like an extra thing. So now we can stop talking to you, imagining him saying that is the way to finish the conversation. I mean, it sounds like something he would say. All right, let's actually use a point in this one because I think that's been pretty interesting. Okay, so find Morel, the waterlock thing. So I guess we could go try and do the waterlock stuff. So we don't know how to get in here yet. We can't sing karaoke yet because we don't have a song. Oh, it's the stat I picked as my super stat. Thank you. Okay. We need to find the collar. We need to find my badge, which I was told I can't do on Monday before. Close the waterlock on Wednesday. So we have to do this on Wednesday. So to get the coast, you need the panel to close a waterlocked. We need, it's been blocked, which the repair. So we have to do this one on Wednesday specifically. I don't know how to do this right now. Oh, we could go do this tonight at 9 p.m. I don't think we're going to play a whole ass day today, but all right. Joyce's info, which we can't get more info unless we get our badge back. The signatures we could go do. I don't know how to get in here, and I don't want to do that one. Okay. So I guess, I mean, I'm just going to go talk to these guys, because why not? Like, I don't have a reason why not to. It's a bowl. They're spinning it, reeking of tobacco. All right, let's talk to this guy first.
Over here.
Or this girl, my bad. Oh, this is the girl. Okay, over here, she snaps her fingers. Okay, I'll start with you then, I guess.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
Wait, it sounded like she said, and he does, but whatever. She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Like, the last lady and this lady's voices are so quiet, and Kim was like just like the loudest thing. She says nothing. Her face speaks for her. Okay. What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. What's your role in all this? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? Okay, I guess I should talk to Titus then.
This is where you say your bits.
Whoa, he's very loud too. Okay. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective?
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Precincts 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you, maybe against his better judgment, but he does. Don't say anything yet. Remember last stream we talked about how sometimes it's better to just not say anything in real life and let the other person keep talking?
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Now is not a good time to continue to not talk, though. Let's start with this. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get all ripe and pretty for you.
Wait, that's the voice that's in our head. That's the voice that's like in your head when you're asleep. That's the same voice actor, isn't it?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy, hanging up there.
Oh my god, it's not. It sounds the same. It sounded too similar.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
The volume levels on these voice actings are like way out of levels. Okay, these guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first degree murder. Ask if it was them. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says without a smile, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. Okay, I am going to actually select this. And the reason I'm going to select this is because I feel like the tooltips in the loading screens quite frequently say something weird. So here we go. That is fucking bizarre. A magic man, a goddamn magician. He shakes his head. The lieutenant waits for your reply, patiently. His foot taps only a little. He said love did him in. Well, fortune teller. He squints at you, assessing your sincerity. You might be onto something. They don't just end up in the trees for nothing. There was a speck of truth in there for him. You accidentally touched something. We had something else besides the occult vision. He turns to you. Ooh, there's an accidental quote here. We have to have something. His foot tapping has become less patient now. Okay, let's ask about the container belt now. Container belt, like we use in the harbor? Yes, why? Because we took it, he said, from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him. As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it. So he's like mimicking contracting the belt around this guy's neck. Wow. We did this, he looks you in the eye, together, all of us, until he was dead. And that's why there's a container belt around his neck. I don't like either of these answers, by the way. I don't like him being like, so you just confessed to murder. And I do not like, we got the perpetrator. So I'm going to pick one, even though I don't like either of these answers. Goddamn right, No, the woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so you don't waste any more of your time. Mike Goodman is in your head voices. That dude sounded just like that same voice, though. All right. Let's see. When did this hanging incident occur? You don't have to answer any of his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie. Relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. All right. How long have you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah. Who do you think we are? Quiet. Titus gives Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Oh, he's talking about Joyce. Happy? By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? Dude, I need to stop. I almost said I need to stop talking between things because every time I talk, I'm saying the thing the game is about to say, which is really amusing to me. Okay, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines? The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against? No, he stresses. I mean, the Pines cow. That stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. All right, let's say, why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary. That's it. And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Orangey Special Forces. A live grenade. The man spreads his arm. Right here in our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Right, but what did he actually do wrong? Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped one. Wait, what? Harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wipes spittle from his mouth. There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape. To kill all of us if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. He cracks his knuckles, and that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls, grabbed one of ours mid karaoke, right there on the stage. Are they sure they're not talking about me? I'm a kind of a piece of shit like that. He grabs someone? The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young, gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me." Whoa, I'm not saying all this stuff. Then he gets knocked on the. I mean, I'll say that word, but I'm not going to say it right now. You can read. Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Are you fucking listening? He repeats like a parrot. Right, but then who did he do this to? This is a very serious allegation. No, there's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in. No, we're not gonna. We don't. This is like not. I don't like. If he doesn't want to. I don't really know how to explain why it's not okay to ask this question, but it's not okay to ask this question. Okay, then. Now about the man you killed. What about him? All right, I don't think any of this matters. I don't think it really matters. Like, no remorse doesn't matter. I don't think how we killed him matters. What are we going to do now? Nothing. Her reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez. Go back to your stations where you belong. Wait. You have to gain authority in Titus's eyes for the investigation to advance. Soften him up. Maybe investigate the crime scene or the body. Look for a witness. Get help or the company rep. Tie them to any other crimes. Hello. Hi. Hold on one second, everybody. Bad stuff in it. But enjoy. Like worse than Yuppie Psycho. Alright. As worse as everything, yes. Goodbye. Wait, the movie It? Have you seen the movie It? Yes, it's very scary. It is rated R. Alright, bye. I thought that I had just muted my mic, but I did not mute my mic, so now you have heard my personal conversation. Oh no. Alright. Let's go back to the game. Alright. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. The lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is going to hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Rent-a-cop? Oh no, let's not do that. Okay, rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Alright, me and Everett talked. He promised you'd cooperate. Oh, you went and talked to my mommy and now she's making me play with you? He spits. Is that it, lawman? And what's going to happen if we don't? The little guy leans forward. You're going to go tell on us? Very mature guys. Everett sent word, right? Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. He clears his throat and declares, Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, the Hardy Boys. How may we assist you? It's still not great. Let's see if we can scan the room. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Looks like William H. Macy? Maybe? Sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Looks kind of like the dude who took too much of that that mercury stuff and got like his skin purple. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mizerian in his late 30s, early 40s. I don't know, that guy looks like some 80s musician. Alright, a symmetric burn on his neck, resembling the letters Los Los. As he tried to burn it off, leave that life behind. And then standard working boots, steel reinforced shoes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. Oh, that's me, the last part, a little under 40. Also, I'm the big dick. Tag yourself, I'm the big dick, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says rowing club, a little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, oh wait, oh, Eugene, too. Okay. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? Plectrum. Where? Whoa. Nightbot freaked out. I don't know what happened. I definitely said, bitch, I'm not a mouse last stream, though, for sure. All right. Oh, no, it wasn't last stream. That was a Silent Hill quote. All right. On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician. And the little guy? Size 41 with the light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a rat face. Mean watering eyes and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos, which I think we established is like almost 300 pounds probably. Add the man in armor and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is missing. The old soul? Exactly. You've stood there for about 4... I think I got lucky. Yeah, 286 pounds. That's close to 300. I think we got lucky because I passed the check where I could see all the footprints the other day. So now, like, this is much easier. All right. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy? All right, so now I can ask, I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. He sizes you up. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring. He shakes his head. All right, actually, boss, we've been talking, and we think she could maybe... Wait, she... Oh, meaning her? This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. Shut the fuck up, Glenn, he roars. I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop? So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy, and it's a she, and you don't like us talking about her? That's right, we're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter, nothing to do with your shit. And, he points at Kim, you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Good. We're all watching each other. The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. Officer, your question? All right, so I still... Oh, I got another point. Okay, because we discussed the 8th Hardy. Okay, cool. I think I feel safe enough clicking this now. So let's cross our fingers. All right. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later. All right. Yes, nice. Okay. I seem like paranoid that I'm worried about that, but there have been a bunch of times where I've had high and still gotten wrong. As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? Where have I seen this before? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with almost exclusively men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. Oh, so it reminds him of his cop office. You seen Apricot, old Perdou's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Uh-huh, replies Torsion. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but I mean, who am I to judge? Want to hit the kebab joint? I get it, Titus. You really are the authority around here. Huh? You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand. He leans in. You got a problem with beer now? Not quite there yet. You push on. Okay, how do I push? Which way shall we push him? I'm drunk on the job too. No thank you. I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off. Nah. I like this last one. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job, like you. Speak for yourself, buddy. He puts the beer down. I've been running this outfit for 10 years now. You should have seen Martinez before we started it. It was like Jamrock now. They didn't see shit, man, he turns to you. Kids getting shot. We had 3 shootings a week. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s. I don't even know what year this actually technically is, so. Congratulations on the graffito removal. He turns to Titus. All I see you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim. So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck. He picks the beer back up. Don't let him drink that. One more push, quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already. I don't, man, again, this is not okay. And in real life, I would not do this. Let's say, it's not about who did it. It's about the victim. She needs help. Titus, he looks at her. She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give up, but on his terms. You want to help her, cop? Fine. I'm going to let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you question her, harass her, Titus taps his chin with his fist. A freight train of pain, buddy. The lieutenant takes out his notes. What's her name? That is a name. Clasche Amandu. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. Titus adjusts his caps. That's Amando with an OU. Is that the lady that was on the top floor with us? No way. Shit. The girl... Oh, again, the game says a thing right after I say it. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. Oh, it's her. It's definitely her. It's Miss Orange Disco Dancer. Okay. Oh no, I was too honest with them and now this is going to be hard. Keep my cool. This is like not gonna... I'm going to try it because why not? Nah, damn it. Okay, you inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly. I don't understand what's so cool here. Oopsies. Nothing. He gives you a sideways glance. We'll just have a few more questions, then we'll be on our way. Yep, the game definitely punished me for my choice. Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off. Let's not do this. I don't care about this. I definitely don't want to say this. Let's ask what his relationship is with her. I know her. He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room. How well do you know her? Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. He crosses his arms. He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten. I see. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Another question? He rubs his left temple, if you must. What was her relationship with the mercenary? Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He assaulted her. That's their relationship. I don't always want to, I don't talk about this shit, right? Something is off here. His anger is possessive. It was like that karaoke incident all over again, or like some of the other girls he was harassing. Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to you, to your stated investigation. Okay, you know what? We'll talk to her. He points his beer can at you. Remember what I said. Freight train of pain. Alright, I'm going to take off now. Alright. Speak to the assault victim. Go upstairs and talk to her. Okay, before we do that, though, he really wants to talk to us right now for some reason.
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and fidgeting when he mentioned her name? Yes. And the sort of quivering jello thing with the eye, pointy or twitching eye. Yes, I think I'm going to tell Kim I know that woman, right? Because why not tell Kim? The victim, is there something I should know before we talk to her? I definitely didn't try and hit on her. I met her in the hallway. I'm going to say she knows I didn't remember being a cop. Dude, we should always be honest with Kim. Why would we not be honest with Kim, right? Okay, that's manageable. We definitely didn't try and hit on her, right? Like, I did not do that. I don't really need to say this, and I can say I met her in the hallway after I woke up. Understood, you were not in a good shape Monday. Yeah, I just don't think I hit on her. That does not sound like something I would do. Like me, the streamer Beepsol, would not do that in real life. Okay, nothing, let's move on. Alright, we'll be alright, officer. This is nothing. Alright, you feel fortified by his assurance. It's gonna be alright. Cool. Alright, let's go upstairs and talk to her. Yeah, Kim is definitely the best ally, and we should definitely be nice to Kim and like as nice as possible, right? And like be honest with him too. Right, knock. Who is it? A woman's voice answered, muffled by the door. This is the police. Can we come in? Come on up. The door is open. She shouts. I'm drying my hair. She's gonna be upset that it's me, though, isn't she? Well, maybe not. I don't think I said anything too fucked up to her, right? So let's look at her stuff. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. Piles of dirty clothing. A woman's. This room has sat all over it. Reminds you of your own. Let's get her empty bottles real quick while we're in here. Can you move? Kim, you went like directly in the spot I need you to not be in. Kim. Kim, move over. There. Are there any more? No, I think that's it. What's this? Is that like her balcony? What is this? What's in here? Oh, it's a bathroom. Kim, I'm trying to be a hobo? Yeah, exactly. Alright, you see the yard below, the corpse is no longer there. This medicine cabinet is full of wares, sheets of pills haphazardly stacked one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there. Look at the medications. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet, and pill bottle next to pill bottle. Isn't acetic acid? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Isn't this for acne? Maybe APAP, eye drops, blood thinners. Look at the toothbrush. It's been used quite a lot. All right, quite the collection in here. Anything of note? Man, I don't like searching through her stuff here, but ooh, hold on. Oh, nice. Okay, wait. I have a chemical hangover, so I can find something more interesting here. Very cool. All right. A bright orange bottle with Preptide stamped on it in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you've been looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Preptide. Preptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine, prescription speed. The fuck you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. I definitely don't want to take... I would never take this anyway, by the way. Just take it in plain sight. The lieutenant looks toward the door as if he didn't see you pilfer that sweet Preptide. Who cares, man? Who cares what the stiff thinks? Here comes the afterburner. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now. I'm not going to actually take it. I'm a piece of shit and I wanted to see what it was. Salicylic acid, thank you. What's that acid then? What does that one do? You feel someone watching you behind the glass door. A woman. No shit. The bed has been hastily made. Is she like just upstairs? Like is she just outside? How do I get out here? Oh, I have to like actually click the door to go outside. That's downstairs. Alright. Clicking the door to go outside. Hello, let me go outside. I gotta click on this exact spot. Hi, sorry. Okay, let's see. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air, Astra menthols. Oh, it's aspirin? Oh, shit, okay. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. That's cool. That sounds cute. Oh, that's a... Wait, no, I don't want to go outside. Whatever that is. Alright, we gotta talk to her.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean. Fuck off.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Why would we proceed in a rush? I mean, I guess. Nice view you got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north toward the yard. Yeah, but wouldn't she be... I mean, if... Never mind.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man. Alright, you mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell is opened in there.
There are vortices of dark energy present, but not to hell. To another place, a third place, much different from our world.
A third place? Interesting. That's probably why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Once a cop, always a cop.
Like riding a capo cycle.
She takes a sip of her coffee.
Miss, We are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Ah, I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette. Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. I already was going to do this, but that's fine. What's your name, miss, for the record? Classe Amandu. How old are you? I'm 28. She takes a drag. And where are you from? Redfort, Republic Orange. What's Orange? A bad memory officer. Understood. We're not going to ask more questions because you've already been through a lot. What do you do, miss? What's your specialization? Something stupid. Want to hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows patrol officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer. That's a weird cop thing to show up. Really weird cop thing. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't... No, you can't use the name Emil right next to me, right next to my face right now, okay? Anyway, he's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator. All right, what's that? Orange is lit. Orange is lit? Orange is literature. It's what I studied at the university. She raises both eyebrows. Okay, what is Orange's literature about? Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Orange's. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes. If that's true, then Revacholi and Lit would fit you like a glove. Okay, thank you. That's it for the record. I don't want to ask for her passport. It doesn't matter. All right. Nice room you've got here. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally. What are you doing here in the whirling in rags? I'm wintering. How long have you been staying here? About 4 months. I came in November. Why here? Here in the whirling? Here in Martinez? Or here in Revachol? Here in Revachol. I wanted to see the only city in the world in the worst time of the year. It's a tourist thing. Okay, I have other questions for you. I'm not going to talk about her drugs, thanks very much, even though I just kind of stole some of them, which is not very nice, but I noticed your room is next to or close to mine. I have a personal question. Yes, you're just one room away. She pours herself more coffee. Very personal. All right, were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory. Ask Clash J about Sunday night. You do not need to know that. The lieutenant taps on his notebook. What you need to is to ask normal police questions, like, oh, so I have to do this when Ken's not with me, right? Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here. All right. They tell us you've been through something difficult. Something difficult? She raises her eyes. I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean? I'm definitely not going to ask this question. We're going to go with this one. This is the real... My brain says this is the real answer, but we're going to go with this one. By sexually assaulted, you mean raped? She takes a quick drag, unperturbed. Yes. It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it? She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered. And what does that mean? Were you... Yeah, she draws the word out. I'm going to go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone. She searches for the word, then shrugs. Rapeable. Are you saying that you were asked to tell us that you were assaulted? Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery, sexual assault. Maybe it was clear the letter would be spicier. Oh, so they asked her to lie. What did happen between you and the victim? We partied. What kind of partying? The kind I do? With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that. Whoa, did the lights just change? Because it was 9:20? Interesting. Harder than this? I did not know it was physically possible. Oh, it is. She takes a long drag. You're still alive. What did you do when you partied? We drank, sir. She takes a sip of her coffee. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him. What else? Stimulant speed also has that effect, making you drink harder, and then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex. All right, I don't need to ask these questions. Understood. All right. It must have been hard for you seeing him there. See, so before we go on, I was gonna say like, if she was assaulted, she should be happy that the body was up there. Do you know what I mean? Like that sounds really messed up, and I don't. That's why I didn't say it because it's not really true. But that this sentence points to what I was saying. It must have been hard for her to see him there if they really liked each other. Oh yes, she said bitterly. I've had a great view from the roof, from out the bedroom window in my dreams. A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer. You called us, the RCM? Yes. The call reporting the hanging, that was you? Oh man, I'm gonna say nothing again. All right, I made it, she nods, and I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it a snitching. Oh, so this is like so opposite from what I thought like 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, I thought that like all of this was completely different. Wow. Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss. If it's snitching, then why do it? Because I couldn't handle it anymore. She takes a drag, her voice thick with disgust. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him. The voice was disguised, he asked, clearly wishing to distract her from the images. Did you? I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little. Nicked it? How? With nail clippers. I diverted some radio fuse into it, into the cold wire. Which landline? She's like really smart. Which landline? The one downstairs, officer. I used the whirling landline. Why go through all the trouble? I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears on the wires. Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do. I didn't want to, sir, but if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there. So that's really interesting. I didn't expect any of this, and I feel like maybe it might be you could like really mess this up and not get that answer, which is interesting. All right. Let's see. So definitely not these things. What can you tell me about? So we need more about this man now. What can you tell me about him? I'm sorry, I can't do it. She puffs on her cigarette. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair. Another puff, more nervous. I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later. She meant she also sees him in her dreams. I've also seen him in a dream. You have? Not like I do, I imagine. She's run out of cigarette. Time to light a new one. I also was thinking before, like, when we were talking to so and so, the guy down the Hardy Boys, and we reported that the dead man had said that he died for love. Like this now makes way more sense now because if they were interested in each other, she sees them in each other's arms. You're in each other's arms. Yes, and then he's dead, his mouth agape. She looks into the light green pack of cigarettes and pulls out another one, preparing to light it. Wait, didn't she just say she was... Oh, she's run out of cigarette. All right. I see him as me. She dips her cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke. I can see the similarity, yes. She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol. Funny, the lieutenant says softly. Funny how? Nothing. He nods toward the yard. I also saw him. We had a nice long inspection, and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on. In my dream, he thinks, he says, I failed his children. You glance at the lieutenant, then back to her. All right. What did they hang him for? He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing, she thinks, but you probably know all about it. And his role in the strike was what? I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean, but I understood it was dangerous. And they lynched him for it? She nods. Okay, so now we know that whatever they're saying down there is horseshit. He really was just working for the place, the Wild Pines. Doesn't make him a good guy, but he definitely didn't do the bad things. How do the Hardy Boys know you? They're frequent guests downstairs. She looks at the floor. It's tarred. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now. And how did you meet? Over drinks. It's been a long, pouring winter. Did you party? A little, yeah. Like you partied with the deceased? No, not as hard. I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys? I have. Which one? Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously, but as I said, it's been a long winter. Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him? Oh, I'm gonna actually ask this. I know this is weird, but I really do want to ask him this. I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, but that's probably where they got the rape idea. What do you mean? Men like that? I don't know. Another pause. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they like to do to me. Whoa, that's a fucked up sentence, but okie dokie. All right. I don't want to ask these questions because I don't care, and this is like the rudest. This is the rudest thing that they've almost had me ask in this game. So the two rudest things that I feel like I've almost had to do in this game so far, besides the racism, which is also rude but in a different way, are on the phone almost asking that woman why she quit her job and like not understanding that it was me. And then additionally, this sentence, this sucks. This sentence sucks really bad. And I'm never going to click that. I mean, if they make me click it, I'm going to be mad. All right, thanks for telling us all of this. All right, she breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid. We should head back downstairs, officer. The lieutenant looks at you. We may have things to discuss there. Okay, I try to ask her this, but I can't with him here, so let's leave. All right, let's see here. Ask her about Sunday nights. We need to do this alone. And then we can talk about the dead man, but we need to give her space. So that's good. I got these pills. I'm definitely not going to use them. I probably shouldn't have stolen them. And I kind of wish I could give them back right now. Where does this door go? Oh, whoa. Whoa. This is a small, heavy door. There's no lock in sight. Where does this lead to? I don't know. He makes a note in his notebook. It's not the first closed door we found in this building. There's also the mysterious blue kitchen door. Do you think it's important? I don't know. The further we get, the more in this building seems to be tied to this case. Below, the hostile cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers. Tap on the roof with your foot. A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind braces rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and he nods towards the young woman. A number of people connected to this case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant. Let's see. The main investigation and the door below are merging into a stereo investigation. I hate it when that happens. All right, so we have no strength to do this. We can push though. It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. All right, so we don't have enough strength. I think we need something. So I didn't pick a character that has strength, so I don't think that's going to work for us right now. So let's not even bother. White check means you can do it again later. I guess that's fair. You know what? That's fair. Why don't we just click it once real quick because it won't mess everything up. Can I go through the door? I don't know. It did not want me to do that. I clicked a whole bunch of times. All right, let's just because we can. What? Oh. For a second, I seriously thought it worked. I was like totally baffled. I thought it worked. It broke my brain. All right, you kick it gung-ho style, entering the premises style, but the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you. Oh no, it hurt me. All right, the woman nods approvingly. Let's trash the place. Let's not. Your foot is ready to explode and punish this object. We're going to swallow the rage. All right. Let's go back inside and talk to Kim. I don't want to talk to him out here. I just have a bad feeling. Also, it's raining in Chicago today. So, like, it's raining in the game and then it's raining in real life. It's very interesting. Okay. The door is lost all
Looks
respect
like we
for
have
me.
more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate? Hold on 1 second. Cool. Okay. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. All right. Why did she tell us all of that? What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. No, something is off here. You think so? A shadow runs across his face. She seemed forthcoming, unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. Very, very true. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. Oh, is that Joyce? That reminds me of Joyce. We've talked about this before, or the game has talked about too, that Joyce is like that. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough. All right, let's get out of here. I wish I could shave or do something to my face because my face is so awful in this game. I think part of it's my fault for at the beginning, like clicking on stuff. It's very, I've made myself upset by how ugly my poor face looks right now. All right, so we can't come back and talk to her right now, right? Because she doesn't want this and I can't do this by myself. We did this though. Okay, confront them with what she told us. Cool, that's what we gonna do now. It's like 9:48. We still haven't left the room. Oh, wait, hold on. Revachol, Orange, yay. I didn't even get to the last one, jeez. It should say when I can go back to her. Oh, that's good to know. Thanks for that. All right. Excuse me, sir. I've got clarification here that nothing
happened.
The
clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Klasia? Okay. Klasia. Is that her name? Okay, says she wasn't raped. Fuck. The big man's, oh no, I'm worried we just got her killed. Like, I'm worried he's gonna do something to her. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted. Also, ugh. You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious. No more than that. The local Titus feels betrayed. For the record, she steps in forcefully. Titus Hardy did not explicify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her. That's right here. It says that. Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He turns back to you. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea. She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down and she doesn't fucking trust you. She's crazy, you know. Dude, anytime that people say women are crazy, I don't trust them at all. The rat-faced man says carefully, a crazy bitch. You know the type? She's fucked up. Cut the bullshit. She told me the truth. Lawman, he says through clenched teeth, I am at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her. His hands become fists. And you went and pushed her. Something breaks in him. He takes a step closer and says, I'm gonna fucking... Titus Hardy. Her voice rings through the room like a warning shot. Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood? These arrows. Are those the arrows right here? What are those? Those seem new or weird. All right, someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command. Look, Copper, the tattooed man snaps his fingers to get your attention. We know the dead fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape. Show it to him, T. He turns to Titus, who's still breathing heavily. What's the harm, right? Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me. Is that good? Yeah, let's do that one. You don't care about the evidence? His eye twitches. The fuck are you a cop for, then? Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They're fucking keeping scores on their bulletin boards. I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about. All right, where can I listen to this? I'm sure we can find a tape player. I already have one. I already have a tape player. Where can I listen to this? He mocks you. Why don't you try shoving it up your own ass, genius? You can play it with your... Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker. Jesus. His voice echoes like thunder in the small room. I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem. He repeats calmly in a hushed voice. Okay, a hushed voice, rather. Where'd you get this tape? You think we don't go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that. So you've bugged them? How? We have machines, he nods. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff. Understood. You've listened in on their communications. He takes a little note. How long? Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons. Things got nice and quiet after that. Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work? It's not advanced, the heavy man squeezes. You're just holed up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there. Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work. The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast. Yeah, man, you're like a radio genius or something. These notes are some in-depth stuff, indexes and shit. Okay, but how do I get the tape? Don't forget your tape, little man. He pushes the little tape toward you in his giant hand. Compliments of Titus Hardy. I'm going to listen to it, sure. You do that, he says, adjusting his belt buckle. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday. I'm going to take off now. All right. I truly have the tape, and I truly have a tape player already, right? Okay. The porta-reel. See, I already had the tape player. Look at me. All right. The porta-reel is just what you needed. The reel is attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. This kind of is worded the way that, like, it assumed that I didn't have this is just what you needed. You know what I mean? The tape is routed around the magnetic reader. All right. Play the tape. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please, God. Fucking Christ. No. God. Whew. This isn't Revachol, a man's voice says. This is the fucking village. I can almost see the elephants. Another loud screech. Some kind of machinery. The harbor, Kim takes out his notebook. That's the sound of a convulsant crane? More static. When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit, dogs, and chickens too. Gonna rent a room, Cordy. A real nice one. This part is unintelligible. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. I'm not gonna use that word again. That disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dancer whore upstairs. Do it Cohoy style. Never to get that taste out of my mouth. A click, and then silence. The rest of the tape is empty. I don't think that that implied anything of what dude just said. And we don't even know that this is that guy's actual voice, do we? Like, can we prove that that was that dude's voice? What was that silence at the end? Okay, end of recording. All right, who's Cordy? One of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to, a friend of his. What's Cohoy mean? A village on the Samaran Isola in South Safra. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about. Okay, you think he was there? Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Oh yeah, we still don't have more info about that. Or maybe Cohoy is just merc talk for atrocity and slaughter. Alright, what do you think? It seemed authentic enough, probably recorded off their shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. He sounded alright, like maybe lighting up, but we don't know that this was that guy. He sounded inebriated, sure. Still, the lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. Kim raises an eyebrow, is essentially what's happening. It's his look of suspicion. There's more going on here than we know. Okay, so what now? I think we've got a few more questions for Klasia, don't you? He looks around. This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree. I don't know. Also, can I do anything? Can I talk about your tattoos more now? Nah, okay. We need more assistance with that one. Alright, so... Door Gunner Megamix. Door Gunner Megamix. Good Door Gunner Megamix. I'm sorry, that's the funniest thing that they could have called that tape. Door Gunner Megamix. Oh my god. Alright, excuse me, ma'am. I have to come talk to you again. This was harder for you because you didn't beg anyone for money and you refused to do anything for Everart and your authority was low, so getting him to cooperate was a pain. I mean, I'm not surprised. He's, like, I feel like I'm only getting lucky because I talked to Everart before. Like, I feel like that made everything so much easier right here. For sure. Okay, hi ma'am. I really hate to do this, but we have to talk about this again.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Oh, yeah, I did have the tape recorder because I begged for money too. I guess that's true. All right, let's talk a little bit more about this assault. I'm never going to click that, but let's do this. All right, she cradles her coffee cup in both hands. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's fine. All right. I don't want to look her in the eye because I feel like I bet if there's like I can get checks toward this. But whatever, let's start with this one. Titus Harding gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape. She puts her coffee cup down. This does not surprise her. Did he? A smile flits across her face. I never said he was a good man or that he had good intentions, only that he was never bad to me. On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target. Where did they get this recording exactly? It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough. Does he say he's going to do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style? Those are the exact words he used. Yeah, that was practically his pickup line. She picks the cup back up. Oh, is that just, he's just a piece of shit? So, like, he uses that language, but she was in on it the whole time? A memory surfaces in her tired or context. It's not entirely unpleasant. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it hoi koi style? Yes, the hoi koi was mentioned. He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little cohoi. It was in his everything. Why did he say things like that? Machismo? Yes, was he bragging? Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, then integrated them into his idea of normalcy to keep on living. Until they just sort of turned into his, what's the word I'm looking for? Can we say catchphrase? Persona? Let's do persona. Running joke. I was going to say running joke, and it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Leeli's. Oh, we finally got this dude's name. It took forever. Leeli's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was the Seminoles conflict, the Khohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezuit all rolled into one person, then cast in Orange's, I already said that wrong again, ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower. And you spent time with this person romantically? We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer, going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Khohoi here. Did he tell you he'd actually done any of those things here in Martinez? I mean, no, we were too busy laying waste our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. She thinks, he seemed happy, I guess, at ease, as much a man like him can be. When you get a plus modifier for a check, it unlocks the check if you've done it. Oh, really? Just at all, period? Okay, cool. Thank you. So I shouldn't be as like nervous about clicking stuff anyway, because I can always redo. See, I know you can redo them, but I didn't really understand the mechanics of what makes it so you can redo them again. But if it's just getting a plus or a minus or whatever makes it you able to do it again, I'll click it more often. Okay. There's a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. Thank you for clearing that up. Dora Gunner Mega Mix sounds like some fucking song by oh god, what's the name of that band? I can like see it. Oh god, it's like some synthwave band, but it sounds like a synthwave band song. Thank you for clearing that up, miss. He turns to you. Whenever you're ready, I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now. Oh my god, we just have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. All right, we're gonna look her in the eye now. Whoa, nice, yes. Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you. What? You know these guys? Who, me? Oh, Volition and Logic are going to have a conversation now. This is really nice. Yes, you. He's been talking about you. Drama, too. Boring, stiff. You, too. Me? What did I do? These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust him. Oh, because he's interested in her. So all his brain just doesn't work because he's interested in her. All right, I knew something was off. I knew something. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part. Does this mean she's been lying to me? I think it's safe to assume, yes, Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. I don't know that word. Paeans to her truthfulness? Like this. She isn't a lady most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions, too. Can I trust that guy? A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Oh, a pan is a song of praise or triumph. Nice. Okay. Maybe they add flair or something? I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. Me neither. All right. When it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her. Okay. Can I trust any of them ever again? Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them, just not with her. All right. So I just need to be really careful about any of these things that pop up when I'm talking to this lady. All right. What is her plan? You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one that usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See, it's oddly moderate, probably compromised. All right, I've been talking to myself enough. That's fine. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. All right, we're gonna not say, "Are you manipulating me?" because I feel like that's gonna make her too wary. So we're just gonna close our eyes and let the moment pass. For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery negative remains. Nice. Okay, cool. All right. So, okay, now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim? Like, for example, his name? Actually, officer, I don't know his name. I just called him Leli. A nickname? I guess it's short for Lelystad. It's short for that. Oh no, he came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use. Wait, that's totally what I said before, too. I said my real name didn't feel like my real name, and I wanted to be some weird other name instead. Lelystad. That's a good start. The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook, then tears out a page and hands it to you. We have a few questions you can help us with, a few things a field autopsy alone can't answer. The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. All right, whew, lots of things. All right, he had a tattoo. What did it mean? Oh, that. It's clear she liked it. What did it represent? Do you know? It was a map. I don't want to ask her any more specific questions because now we don't trust her anymore, right? Like, it was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though. For showing off to chicks? How so? How? She leans back. Imagine him lying in bed, freakish musculature laid out on the sheets, scarred, of course, tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason. He's smoking and drinking, of course, and his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars, tens, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, she points at the air with her sharp-nailed finger, picking out an imaginary tattoo star. What was this, baby? And he says, she lowers her voice comically, that was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that. So she goes, okay, but what's this, baby? And he's like, saw some bad shit there, killed some loincloths. And so it goes, star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them. Wait, even if you don't trust someone's answers, they can still give information. I guess that's true. Oh, yeah. Okay, can you tell me what they mean? All right, cool, because we definitely need this information. No, thank you. She does not take it. I think I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them. She pours herself some more coffee. Go on. He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer for money. He went to Killer Academy in Redfort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Island and on other islands too, all of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself. Um, Thank you for clearing that up. All right, let's ask. She's not going to know how old he was, but sure. He was 42. Okay, that's fair. 42, are you sure? I would have had him above 50. He had many scars that made him appear older, but no. The memory makes her smile. We even celebrated his birthday like some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me. We were slightly off then. Thanks for clearing it up. The lieutenant makes a correction in his notes. All right, the adversary. The adversary won. Not sure what that means, but okay. Let's try with where was Lelystad, the place, I mean. In Oranje, officer. I think municipality is the term. It's a nowhere town there. You were almost right, officer. The lieutenant shakes his head like you missed a shot in darts. That means his race was Occidental, not Mondial. I'll update the form. Moving on. Her eyes follow yours on the piece of paper. All right, what else do we need to ask? That's a weird question. Let's start with all of these are weird. Okay, his eyes were blue. Yes, light blue. They were like. She stops, her eyes half closed, then continues, like little blue galaxies. It was strange seeing those eyes in his fucked up face. Pardon the swearing, she takes a drag. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly, and he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something watching him speak. It's really weird, her, like, feelings for this man, and how everyone else is like, he was, like, assaulting people and, like, doing all this fucked up stuff. He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth. Yes, severe. She seems to enjoy the word. It made him look like half his face was crackling away in some strange smile. That and those eyes. Oh, yes, the lieutenant suddenly remembers. His hair, if you can remember? It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily, not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone. All right, I want to ask if love is what did him in. It very well could be, yes. What do you mean? What do I mean? She raises an eyebrow. I have no idea. I don't even know what you mean. Love did him in. What does it mean? He told me love did him in. That's not funny, officer. Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up. There, she momently lost control over straight back guy. It appears she feels guilty. Do you feel guilty? Of course I do. I'm hungover. I feel guilty about everything. Do you feel guilty about what happened to him? Among many other things, yes. I could have done something. There's always something you can do, right? She looks into her coffee. Ask me something else. All right, let's see if he enjoyed his death. And I'm just going to ask everything here, I guess. Why do you ask? She seems unsurprised. All right, it came to me in an occult vision. We've already told her this too, so. Wow, a mystic. How intriguing. I have no doubt this is all accurate and adequate and true. I do not doubt the signs, but maybe she draws it out. Yeah, the other people are trying to convince you that they were justified in killing him. I mean, like everybody else is like justified and this dude needs to get out of here, right? Maybe you're interpreting them wrong. He enjoyed life, you see, a little too much, if anything, up to the point where other people had to pay for it. Right, everything checks out here. It's all A-okay. Good answer. All right, I'm going to talk about the semen now. Good for you. What do you think it will tell us? I don't know how a semen sample works, officers. How many days after intercourse does it have to be? I don't even know if he had sex with someone else. We didn't go steady. Is she avoiding anything? Technically not. Technically not? Come on, man, listen, you can't trust them. It's just you and me. Oh yeah, rhetoric is affected, and volition is like, I'm not affected. Alright, that's it from this, I guess. Alright, the lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment. Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee. Alright, we're done for now? Okay, I'll be here until 11 o'clock drinking coffee, most likely. You're just gonna drink coffee until 11 p.m.? I mean, that sounds like a really fun day, but alright. Ask another. So we have to find another person to ask about tattoos because her answer was not enough, evidently. Oh, she probably talked to 2 people. Okay. So this is later. Now we need to go to talk to Titus about the door gunner mecha mix, which is killing me. All right, let's work on this one, I guess. If this is like my highest stat, we'll just put stuff into that. All right. Back down the stairs. To go back and play, we're playing fucking telephone with these people. Also hope everyone's having a great day. If you've played this game, I'm assuming that most people that are watching this or that are interested in this game either have played it and beaten it or haven't played it at all. If you've played this game, what other games like this are out there besides like the only game I haven't played any other games like this. I mentioned this before, but Arcanum. I think back to Arcanum as a game that's kind of vaguely similar to this in a way, and then like the original Fallout games. But I don't know anything else that's like this.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
All right, I talked to Classier about the tape. Sadly, any other games similar to this are Infinity Engine games and like Fallout, and those have combat. Yeah, that is true. Arcanum is kind of like it, right? So like, my ex played Arcanum and did like an LP of that. So like when I think about that, that's my only experience was with their LP of it. Okay, talked to Classier about the tape, and he tenses immediately, chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow. And nothing, she stands by what she says. Oh, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? Interesting. Planescape Torment. Oh, I've heard that's really good. That's like a horror game, right? That fucking fucker. He stares at his beer for 2 seconds intently, then turns to you. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. Dark? Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. What's death rock? He said he'd rape her. He shakes his head in disbelief. Planescape Torment is closed. Okay, I've like heard Planescape Torment is something that I should play. People have asked me about playing it before. Sounds like he wanted to change her mind about the Hanged Man. This is definitely personal. What did she have to say then? Fine by her? Is that what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Yes, in fact, the lieutenant looks at you, then him. I think she thought it was a little funny. Funny, Titus mumbles, his lips barely moving. No good goddamn psycho whore. All right, he slams his giant fist on the doorframe. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. But fucking... Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus. Her voice is a bit softer than earlier. Sanitarium? Oh, I remember Sanitarium. Wasn't it Ronchai? Man, that's an old-ass LP. I believe Ronchai did an LP of that. Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman? Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Nah, I know her. He looks upstairs distracted. She's just a girl in over her head. Titus, she has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of a pro. What kind of pro? You saying she's a hooker? He forces himself to pick up the beer and take a gulp. No, he's not saying that. Forget about it. Okay, I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. Psst. Glenn explodes with indignation. Everyone's got feelings for each other. Where are you going with this? It's all right, Glenn. He rubs his temple. I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently I was wrong. Yeah, that was fucked up. He smiles sympathetically. He wanted her to see the man for what she was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him. Alright, I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. He shakes his head. It's cool now. Maybe she's still in denial, like a defense mechanism? Yeah, maybe. That's a possibility. He does not sound very convinced anymore. Alright, let's go. Wrap it up. Alright, I already told you. He puts his giant face and his hands inside. We fucking hanged him. There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. Come on, Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. So am I. I said that like before, so I can see you're tired, too. Why don't you just... You know what? He gets closer. I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said fuck off. He throws his beer can down. This is the petulant rage of someone who's at the end of their wits. I would know, because I'm also... me, Disco Elysium character, is also at the end of their wits. Alright, that lying, scamming, we're done. This is over, you understand. Your little investigation is over. Yeah, there's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to. What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. He looks around. Bartender, 20 beers for the dockworkers union. Jesus, are there 20 of them? Nope. Why don't we make it 40, huh? The man shouts from behind the counter. Why don't we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough. This dude is like really brutal. 100 beers, now we're talking. Glenn livens up. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager. The window might be closing. The more beers they get in them, the less cooperative they'll be. Okay, so this one is a very difficult check. I can tell by the fact that I have all of these plus ones and it's still only 21%. I implied this skill set was compromised. I understand why he's upset. Everard asked him to cooperate, and we discussed the 8th Hardy. We're gonna fucking chucky check. Of course failed. Okay, Classier is playing them like a fiddle. Tell them how bad they got played, and they'll tell you the truth. There are many ways to go about it. All of them are really good. Okay. This is bad. That one's not good. This one might be okay. This one actually might be the way to go here. 1 and 2 are bad. 3 might be okay. I feel like 5 is wrong. I'm gonna go with 4 here. Alright, the same thing happened to me. She manipulated me too. Sucks for you, he shrugs, but get this straight. No one manipulates Titus Hardy. I knew I was sticking it in crazy. He points to the stairs. But you have no idea what you're doing up there. I can see it in your face. Every time you come down and sing her song, she's in your head, man. You're fucked. Brutal, Titus. He shakes his head. Brutal, but true. She has a hold on him. The witness has no hold on officers of the RCM. My partner was just trying to get you to come clean in his unusually emotional way. Well, this was not an answer that helped. Oh, shit. Why did you say she's manipulating you? She's manipulating them, remember? I didn't tell you to say that. Who told him that filthy lie? Alright, I can't do this again. Boo. Okay. It was me. I made you sound weak, and I shouldn't have, but this guy, Goldmouth, he's in way over his head. Be careful with his so-called advice. Alright, let's see if we can talk to him a little bit more. Alright, okay, a burst of laughter in the room. Okay. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Titus, you don't have to clarify anything. We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady. Then we left him for seagulls, maggots. The small man seagulls, maggots. The small man points to you, and you fucks. All right, this doesn't seem right. All right, how did you manage to overpower him? With numbers, asshole. How do you think? He looks at the woman. You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here. No, he hasn't. Not yet. All right, where did this overpowering happen? Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. He looks around. It happened right there. All right, this is red, so we only get one chance. But oh wait, because I think Shanky is lying. Then oh yes, so clicking on stuff helped here. Oh, I still fucking failed. That sucks. All right, actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed, the entire room, given how many questions you lobbed their way. All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under pressure. Hey, Track. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up. Right, I have other questions. Okay, let's see. Who called the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? I'm gonna ignore her. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? Oh, my internet's much better. I got a new internet provider and everything's great. I mean, I'm sure if you were here the other day and saw me playing this quality probably is so much better. All right. Let's see. Who fucking does? Who points? Point of the Union. Not Titus, Angus. Everett Clare wins the Union. You answer to him, right? You keep the fuck out of this. Oh, you keep him the fuck out of this. He leans toward you. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everett runs the Union. I run the Hardy Boys. When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, the woman adds, he means in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man. All right. This is still locked. Put skill points into rhetoric to open this white. Well, like, is that a thing in here? Oh, it is in here. But see, I can't put any skill points into rhetoric anyway. Like, right? Because I only have one check for this one. Whoa, there's so much writing in this game. All right, get the whole story from Titus. Convince the Hardy Boys to tell you the whole story. That's where I am right now. Oops, not that. So this is just us looking at it. Oh wait, ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, we already saw this. Okay, this is the exact thing that we saw before. And the little guy. Okay. All right. We've already done all of that. Let's talk about the hanging again. There's got to be something left in here. Okay, I guess we do have to say this. You murdered him just like that. No remorse? How many people have you sent to the Chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Or sent them to Reunion to rot for 20 years? For life? He says it as if it was worse than dying. Let's see. Honestly, no, not that. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. But you see, a lawman, he says, squeezing his beer can, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die. Did we already, do all these? Yeah, I think I feel like I've gotten, all the information out of here. I'm just going to try this one. Why don't I just arrest you? Yeah, lawman. He takes a step closer as well, fixing his ball cap. Why don't you? Not in the arresting mood? His mean little eyes come alive with hatred. A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. The toughest part about having a major stat at 1 is that you only get one investment slot in the associated minor stats. Yeah, that makes sense, though, because of the build I chose to play as, I guess. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you. Okay, easy now. Let's just talk. All right, fuck. That's it. Well, we're out of this for now. How can I get this question open again, though? Like, I truly don't know how I could do this. How can I talk to the other Hardy Boys? I can't. Where are you going? I like clicked to look at this, and it went to that side. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. That was really weird that the character like walk all the way around him and drink some water while he's walking all the way back. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Can I go outside and like look from the outside? Maybe if we go back to another place and like look around out here to get more information. Ooh. All around you, rain falls on the great city of Rebachal. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. What am I doing? Looking up at the sky, the cold water dripping from your hair. What do I see? Gray sky, like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. How does it feel? Humid. Your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you. Okay, what's in the west? Sheets of rain over water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean, wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, which is motorboats with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken seaport crumble on an inlet. Look at all this talking over here. It's weird. All right. Beyond the Bay of Rebachal, ghosts rise into the city. Who are you, ghosts? The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district, faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there? Will I? No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinez every day. I want to run my fingers through my hair. Oh, so I can like look at all of these, really. I mean, they're interesting, but it's whatever. This rain will not let up anytime soon. At least we're dressed for it. Let's keep moving. Okay. Whoa, snap in real close. Alright. So, I want to go back over here. Can we talk to Kuno or whatever? This name Kuno, right? Is that Kuno?
Fuck,
Yeah.
does Kuno care?
I don't think there's gonna be anything else. I talked so much to Kuno before. Oh wait, Kuno. Okay, did I? Oh, I just like kept going on. Sounds like something you'd call a rabid dog. Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabbit Kuno. Shit. He seems glad someone understood what he was going for, but right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence. Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as a child from across the window. Oh man, I feel like we've already read this before. Help, the boy joins in. He's got the Kuno, help. Just answer the questions. Help, he's digging his dick out. Whatever the fuck that means. Escalate, Kuno, his dick is out. You're afraid. Pigs are hurting Kuno. Somebody please. It's in full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez. Ooh, look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you and you're helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming. Like, I don't want to punch him. That's not the kind of cop I'm playing, but I really truly could actually shut him down here. We're gonna not do anything. All right. I know you want to hit me. He lets it linger. You got that? I'm gonna fuck that Kuno look up that Kuno's dad gets. Whoa. That's fucked up. How do you know that? You can't see inside my head. Can you see inside my mind, Kuno? I can. His voice is so silent it seems the words are echoing in your head and not coming from his lips. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You know what? You should have hit the Kuno, because now, he raises his voice again, you're nothing. You're just a joke to Kuno. Kuno laughs at you. He spreads his arms, taking dominion over the yard. King Kuno. Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch. You're gonna be in this shit with Kuno. No, the lieutenant almost rolls his eyes. You're not. We can just leave. Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever. Oh my god. That's what I get for talking to Kuno. Alright, I think like, whoa, that was a really bright light. Kuno's so ridiculous. Alright, so I feel like we've done all of this. Which one is missing? So the odd soul was present at the lynching but isn't in the mess hall right now. Oh, this is actually new. Yes, he corrects his glasses. I doubt the Hardys are going to tell us who this person is. For now, it's best if we just keep our eyes open. I'm sure our investigation will eventually lead us to the odd soul. Okay. That's this one, right? The odd soul? Oh, yeah. Maybe a drummer. Oh, yeah, let's not, because it's going to upset him. Okay. Perhaps it could be a driver. Nod. Alright. I'm just picking some more options. Alright, so... I don't... Whoa, what's back here? Have we been back here before? Oh, hey, Green Beans! Hey, thanks for gifting a sub. Really appreciate it. And it went directly to Trek. Congrats, Trek. Alright, let's see. I guess I'll just go back inside. I don't really know, like, what the next... How to get this dude to talk to me more. I don't know how to unlock, because this is all... This is, like, not gonna let me...
It's you again.
I can't do this.
What is it?
I need to find a way to, like, open this thing again and convince him. I can't talk to her without him there. I'm not gonna look for him until tomorrow. Okay. Do you got anything I can talk to you about?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Oh, are you the Hardy
Why
girl?
are you wasting your time?
I am not, she says dryly. You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model. Even a Her face stiffens. Glenn, I went to law school. I'm an attorney. He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of the Le Debutante International. Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school. So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad. I guess that's true, too. No, Glenn, they aren't. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. So you were spying on us? Now you represent murder suspects? Just dock workers? We've talked to Everett Clare. We know who these men are. The union's militant wing. Listen, you moral intern lackeys, you're a mob enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Fuck yeah, the tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. Whoa, there's so much here. So, ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Whoa. Yeah, I feel like I made pretty good progress the first day, too, which I feel like I got really lucky. But maybe I'm just manipulating people really good. I don't know what to say here. What's the union's plans? Let's do this. Look, a comedian. Her expression stiffens. Do your job. Ask your questions, then get out of Martinez. Strange, it's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. Okay, I don't... Man, I'm not really sure where to go from here, so let's just go outside, kind of. Alright. Can I do more, like, on this on the radio here? I feel like this won't be helpful. What about running my fingers over one of the steering levers? The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and metal clutch handle so familiar in your palm. Alright, tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. There's no use pressing the heat button, he says, and jingles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Translation, we're not going anywhere without... or right now. Alright, alternative translation, don't even think you can drive my MC. Okay, what are we looking at? What is this machine? This is the Capri Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and radio if you'd like. Okay, so I already took all the tools out of there. Can we turn it on and drive somewhere? No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case. Okay, fine. Bye. we're just gonna go over here. I don't know if anything interesting is gonna be happening over here. I don't really want to go all the way over to Everard, because I feel like that's gonna be... Maybe you will tell me something interesting.
Yes?
What does you seem to be following me? What if I want to work this case alone? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your facilities. Oh, so you're an unaccountable wreck who has to be supervised? You don't have to take this display of authority. Take this display of authority. You can disobey. All right. What if I need some me time? Some you time? The lieutenant considers this a moment. This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery. You'll still have your evenings to yourself. All right. Cool. All right. Let's go back this way, I guess. Let's go talk to this dude over here. I don't think it's really gonna... There's not gonna be anything else, but this guy was interesting to me. You got anything to say here?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Oh, he doesn't smoke. That's right. I do have cigarettes, though. Okay. Maybe we go talk to Joyce? I feel like this is... Ooh, what was that? A sewer grate gateway to a river of filth. Nice. Okay. I don't know if we can get back to where we needed to be from over here. Oh wait, this is the actual dock, right? Pull the lever again. You pull the lever and nothing happens, yep. Okay. Alright, we need to wait until Wednesday. Alright, so we gotta get back. We have to go back where we were and then go to the left. Over this way.